What's going on, guys? What's going on? I'm headed to a used car dealer right now to get out of this rental car. And basically, um, I've been looking for a truck so I can actually do some more work on the side and stuff like that. And actually have something functional. Like if I want to, this summer, I want to go to the beach and actually set up a barbecue pit and stuff like that, and actually just cook keto food for people and just educate people as they walk up and just eat free food. So I'm looking for a car, and I contacted a car dealer that's local, and they're out in the suburbs of Chicago, and they've got an '02 model Dodge Ram 4-wheel drive, really clean, mint, immaculate interior. Outside it does have a few rust spots, but I'm a mechanic. I can fix all that. I don't really get concerned too much about rust as long as the vehicle runs good and it functions good. And I asked the guy, what would I have to put down with my credit situation and stuff like that. It is an older vehicle. He's not asking a lot for it. And the guy says, if you give me $1,200 down on the vehicle, I won't take any paperwork from you or anything other than I'll set up a payment plan with you to where you only pay like $300 a month until it's paid off. And I thought that was fair considering my situation right now. And $300 a month is better than paying $800 a month for the rental car that I'm in right now. So I told him, I said, I'm willing to come out and check out the vehicle and stuff like that. So I'm going out to look at a '02 Dodge Ram right now, something that I could actually put to work, and it's a decent ride. I mean, it looks like the owner that had it before took really good care of it. So with that being said, I was going through the gas station last night, and the police officer, the detective that's handling my case, was inside the gas station. And I asked Detective Wagner, I said, so what's going on with the situation with the car? And he said, you're not going to believe this. We contacted the girl. Yes, when I say this, girl. He says, the people that stole your car were four girls. It was four girls together that were doing this stuff, and they thought it was funny, out joyriding, stealing people's stuff. So they stole one car and drove it to the gas station. Four of them got out of the vehicle, went inside the gas station, were stealing food inside the gas station. We caught them on camera, eating food right off of the shelf, trying to hide while they were in the gas station. And then the van that they drove in, that they stole, drove away. So there was a fifth person that they didn't realize. The other four girls got in your car and took off and ran it down the road. And the only way that I found this out was I asked him, how is the two guys that got knocked out in the front of the vehicle, how are they doing? Are they in the hospital? I hope they're okay. And he said, guys, what are you talking about? They're not guys. There was four girls that stole your car. Had nothing to do with guys. And I said, oh my God. And he said, yeah, surprisingly, it was four 14 to 15-year-old girls that were just out screwing around. And they're hood chicks. They're little hood girls that don't care. They don't have any kind of education. Their parents don't have any kind of education. And he said, whenever I called up earlier today to talk to the girl to get some information from her, because we want to have a court date, we want to process them and put them in juvenile court, but the state's attorney is trying to keep them out of juvenile court. The mama answered the phone and was like, yeah, what can I do for you? I ain't got nothing to say to you. Here's my daughter. And he said the daughter got on the phone and was like, yeah, what you want? And the officer was trying to talk to her, and she said, look, I ain't got time to talk to you right now, and hung up the phone. And he said, you'd be surprised that the type of parents these girls have. Hood, no education, don't care about nothing, bad attitudes. And he said, when I contacted the other girl, she picks up the phone and says, don't call my effing phone, and hangs the phone up. And he said, whenever I go by the house to try to talk to him and get information from him, the mama comes to the door and says, my daughter ain't got to say nothing to you, and pushes the door closed in the officer's face. Like literally, he said all four of these, the fourth one, he said, I've got some information on the girl, but there's not very much I can do because juveniles get away with basically anything but murder. And he said, at this point, we're dealing with four non-educated hoodlum girls from the hood that basically don't want to cooperate with the police at all about what they did. The parents are just as trashy can be, and don't care about what the kids do. And unfortunately, now I'm in a position to where I'm going to have to go to court and actually petition the court to prosecute them and make them come in so we can get their information. We can process them in juvenile court and stuff like that, because none of the parents are wanting to cooperate. None of the parents are I can't believe it was 4 girls that stole my car. I mean, boys do stupid stuff. Don't get me wrong. Boys do stupid stuff. We've all done. I mean, I don't know how many stupid things that I had the guts to do when I was a young male. But the girls always looked at us and thought, man, you guys are stupid for doing that. We would never, because girls are naturally, I mean, regardless if we want to admit it or not, statistically, girls are shown to be able to use more of their brain and smarter than men, right? So this was 4 girls that stole my car and crashed it at over 80 mile an hour. How do you, I mean, I just don't understand how, I don't understand what would be in the minds of 4 girls to come steal somebody's car and then go crash it. And I asked the police officer, do you think that they crashed the car purposely? And he said, oh yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. They know if they crashed the car and then went to the hospital, they would never have to go to jail. They could get processed without being in jail, and then they could get out of the situation and get released right to their parents right from the hospital. They would rather go to the hospital and say, look, I made a mistake, and everybody feel bad for them and get released from there, than go to jail and get processed. And he said a lot of these kids, even at a young age, they know exactly what they're doing. And he said, unfortunately, I think they underestimated what happened. It looks like somebody was chasing them in the process of it. It looks like they bounced off a couple walls and they finally crashed into a wall. It looks like they had flat tires and they were driving on flats. That's why the rims are all tore up on the car and ground away. He said, oh yeah, these young girls that you think are just some young girls do exactly what they were doing at 14 years old. And he said it's sad that they figured something out at such a young age, how to circumvent the system, because now they're going to do this for the rest of their life until somebody actually holds them accountable and they're put in serious trouble, in prison, in juvenile court, whatever it is. So he said, I'm fighting a losing battle right now. I can't even get them to answer the phone. I can't get them to answer questions. I can't even get the parents to talk to me about things without them hanging the phone up on me or closing the door in my face. He said it's bad because we have no way of making these children pay for what they did, because the court doesn't allow us to do that. And they've learned how to circumvent the system now. So this is where we're at. I'm actually going to go look at this 2002 Dodge Ram right now. It's in really good shape, and I'm hoping that it's worth the money. And I think the guy only wants like $4,500, but he's a small dealer trying to make it, and he wants $1,200 down, and I think it's like $150 every 2 weeks or something like that, 0% interest, whatever. And I think total price or something would come out to like, I don't know, $3,900 or $4,500 or something like that. And it's really clean, four-wheel drive works, the interior's in mint shape. There's no rust in the bed or anything like that. It's got a couple spots on it, but it's got a painted to match $1,200 tonneau cover. So, I mean, the truck looks really nice and really sporty. Everything works, no problems, no burnt oils or anything in it. Like, you can smell the trans fluid, doesn't smell burned or anything, he said. So, I'm going out there to look at that right now, and then hopefully I'll be in a new set of wheels. I don't have to keep paying this rental fee in this car that I'm in. But that's the update on the stolen car. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like anything is going to get done or can be done. And they just walk away from this whole thing as if anything happened. And just the way he was explaining it was unbelievable. The way the parents are treating these police officers and the way they're just letting these children go. And he said, I get no respect when I call. They're so hood and so ghetto that they don't even give a crap about what their children do. He said the one lady literally told him to F off and she doesn't have to tell him anything, and her kid doesn't even have to talk to them. Your child just stole somebody's $30-some thousand vehicle and totaled it. And you are telling a police officer, my child doesn't have to talk to you, my child doesn't have to, I mean, I don't get what's going on in society anymore. We've gone to hell in a handbasket. I mean, we are so chewed up as a society now. The only way that I think anything's going to change in our society, 100%, is when people take over the government and overthrow them. To put them completely out of power, the people step up and actually take control of everything and put people in place that we believe and trust are going to run the show the right way. That's the only way that this is going to happen, because as of right now, there's nothing that you can do, or there's almost nothing that you can get in serious trouble for anymore. You walk away from it, especially as a child, and this is sad. It really is sad, but that's the update, guys. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen, and the children and the parents are not wanting to cooperate either. And it was 4 girls that stole my car. Oh my God, I can't believe 4 girls got away with all this. You would think stupid boys would do something like this, but girls? I mean, this is crazy. Anyhow, just wanted to share with you guys. Thank you.